explain day trading. So naturally, I'm gonna put $60,000 of my own money on the line. What could possibly go wrong? A lot. A lot can go wrong. Day trading is basically a game of patient people taking money from impatient people. But it's also a game of chance. To understand this game of chance, I'm personally putting $60,000 of my own money on one single trade using this exact strategy I'm about to share with you. Will my own strategy actually succeed? Or will I lose $60,000 in the matter of seconds? Either way, I guess it's content. It's now Wednesday. I woke up at 7:30 a.m. today. I'm in Texas. So, market opens in 1 hour. I make sure I'm zooted on caffeine, and then I proceed to spend the entire morning scrolling through my trading scanner until I find the one. I set up all my strategy parameters. Tactics. I precisely set my limit order, then I do the most important step, and that is to wait patiently until price hits my order. Holy f***, it just hit my order. Order fill. You see, day trading isn't easy money. I'm sure the only reason you're even watching this video right now is because you saw some rich TikToker talking from a helicopter about his Lamborghini that he got from trading stocks.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here.
But let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbow. In fact, most day traders actually lose money.
What? People lose money while day trading?
Well, yeah, the majority do. It's a known statistic that only 3% of day traders make a profit, and only 1% actually do it consistently. So in order to make money, you have to become part of the 1% of traders. And how do you become part of the 1% of traders, you may ask? Doing exactly opposite of what the 99% are doing. You see, it's pretty simple actually. If 99% of traders are not profitable, that means if you do the exact opposite of what they are doing, you'll make money. It sounds stupid, but it's true. In order to do this, we are going to use one of the core concepts in our strategy, and that is liquidity. In order to understand liquidity, we first have to understand how the big billion-dollar institutions trade, or in other words, the 1%. Now, like you and me, where we can simply just buy wherever we want, big institutions can't really do that. They are dealing with so much money while trading, there are simply not enough sellers at the price where they want to buy at. So, what do? They create the sellers themselves.
But how do they do that?
By
What?
doing a little
How do they
thing
do that?
called manipulation. Have you ever seen this happen? Prices coming down to a recent low, a key support area. Now, what's happening at this low is very simple. Normal retail traders like you and me are seeing this as a key support and enter when price comes down to here, thinking the price will bounce up from the support, so where better to place your stop loss than right below this recent low. That's a pretty normal trade. As being the normal retail trader you are, you would assume
But
if price
how do
crossed
they
this
do
low,
that?
it would be considered a downtrend, lose all of its momentum, and keep crashing downward. Now, the institutions own this stock already, but they want to buy more of it. But since they are trading with hundreds of millions of dollars, there are simply not enough sellers at this price for them to buy from. So they need to create the sellers themselves. So what they'll do is start selling their own shares to artificially drive the price down. They will make it seem like the stock is losing lots of momentum, crashing downwards, when in reality it's not, which other retail traders will see this and start selling as well, which in turn drives the price down even more. It will do this to the extent of passing this recent low, which will trigger all of these stop losses that we were talking about before. So now there are tons of people selling, trying to get rid of what they are holding, which means the institutions can now enter at the price they want since there are so many sellers. Price hits these stop losses, institutions buy a fuckload of shares, and price starts heading in the original direction it was meant to, making institutions billions of dollars. That is liquidity. Now, the trade we just took broke all-time highs,
You heard that, Dad?
then reversed back downward.
Liquidity.
So instead of sell-side liquidity, like the last example, this time we
Liquidity.
got buy-side liquidity. It's the same concept, just
Liquidity.
reversed. So this is why we are looking to short. If you don't know, instead of making money while the price is
Dad.
going up, shorting is where you make money as the price goes down. Price breaking Surrounding this all-time high is our liquidity, and actually all-time highs are usually the most aggressive types of liquidity, and this
And
is
it
part
is
of the
the
puzzle
most
of how we
aggressive
become part
type
of the
of
1%.
liquidity,
But just
guys.
because we find liquidity, that doesn't necessarily mean we found a good trade. Now, the 1% not only
So guys, he's right. Just because you find liquidity, it doesn't mean you will get a good trade or something like that, what he just said. So what I'm trying to say is, you might not get the same trade. And last time in my next video, you might not forget it. It won't always happen. Not in this one, but in the other one. Y'all might not remember. Well, I hope y'all have a good day. No. Got dog it, hold on. Okay, there we go. 1 2 2 0 1 8.
know how
So
to
guys,
find
he's
liquidity and even target
It's not gonna
liquidity,
always
but they
happen.
also know
Not
how
in
to
this
find
one, the
perfect
other
spots to
one.
enter the trade.
Yes,
In order to
just
know
check
where
out
they
every
enter,
video
we have to
you
understand
see.
one key thing. Retail traders don't
By the
move
way, I'm
price
wearing my
that
mama's hat.
institutions do. Now sure,
It's
me
too
and your
big.
pennies could possibly
Don't
move the
care.
stock price a smidge in the grand scheme of things. But the majority of price movement comes from hedge funds, banks, and institutions.
So
That's
I
where the
can
price
show my
really
face.
moves. We
I
can
don't
find where
care.
they're entering by
But
finding
by
key
the time I
levels of
get
supply
old, I
and
will
demand. To do
not
this, go to the 4-hour
show
time frame. Find the start
my
of a strong move. Mark the low
face,
to the high
okay?
of the candle that started this move.
I
This
would
is your
just do
area of
that.
demand. You can do the exact same thing with areas
You know,
of
actually, I'm
supply.
gonna cover
Find the
my whole
strong move
body,
downwards,
like
find the first
this.
candle that started that move, mark the low and the
Okay.
high of that candle.
So,
This is your area of supply. The reason
when I
we're
get
doing
old,
this is because we want to be entering where the big institutions
maybe
are
I might
entering.
go
And a
off
price spike up
YouTube
strong from this
for,
price, that
like-
means the institutions are
like
probably
for,
entering here. So we would
I'm
wait for
just
price
kidding.
to come back
I'm not gonna
down
go off
to the zone,
YouTube
enter here, where price is likely to spike up again,
because
and we
my
make
dad
all
told
the
me to watch
profit.
that
So
video
if we
every
go back to
single
our
day
trade, we already grabbed the
and all that
liquidity at the
stuff.
all-time highs. Next, we need to mark our area of supply. We mark the first
Anyways,
candle that started
I
the
hope y'all
downwards
have a
move.
good day.
This is our area of supply, and we must
I
wait
hope-
for price to
and
enter
I
into the
hope you have a
zone
good day.
again, and
God
we
is
enter
good,
our
God is
short
great.
term. Now, just
Baby
because we have
Savage,
liquidity
we
and
out.
supply, that doesn't
Now make
necessarily
sure,
mean price
God
will
is good,
follow
God is
exactly
great.
what we think
Baby
it'll do.
Savage,
You
we
need to
out.